Hello, hello, welcome back. So here we're going to be, continuing on our Get Good Chronicles. We're looking at Monster Hunter 2, monster raising simulation that allows you to battle them much like Pokemon. Only, unlike Pokemon, they can actually die here. So we have done this before. It was a streamed one. So here we're going to be talking about more specific strategies and all that. Wait, did we ever turn the... Oh yeah, so I remember now. We can actually use the keyboard since this is the PC version. Okay, so that's unusual. It's not actually letting me type in more. Oh, okay. So, yeah, you can't type. I was wrong. It's been 2 years, okay? So it's just better to use a controller if you have one plugged in. Much faster. Now, the training quiz doesn't have much impact except for, I believe it's the UFO one. It doesn't really matter what you put it here except for a specific question. This is the one in question. From what I understand, this actually influences whether or not you can get the Metal Ner, spawned. Yeah, we don't really need to know much because I'll tell you exactly what it is. Now, there's two ways to get a monster early on. First is via market, as the game tells you. So let's just get past this. Now, it's a seasonal rotation. Right now, it's Zoom, which is a Dino counterpart for whereas the MR2 version of the Dino from MR1. And it's got Suezo, which is the seasonal one, and it's got Mochi, which is a new one introduced in this game. Now, back in the day, you used disc stones, which were actually real life CDs. So any actual CD worked, but certain ones were known to produce more powerful monsters than anywhere else. You're limited by two things. One, your ranch size. You cannot get a huge monster without the upgrades for it. And two, your trainer license status. Now what that means is you cannot get a monster that you do not have the technical right to unlock. So let's say you want to get a dragon monster. Well, you have to get the license by completing the dragon tournament and getting the ingredient. Then once you combine the ingredient and made a dragon for the first time, now you can unlock dragons. The same is true of other special monsters as well. Slate is one from and this you see this is our previous one from when we streamed this. Ones you cannot get are listed in question marks because they're ones you cannot get due to your status in this game not being unlocking it yet. Ones you can pull out are going to be shown as normal. God damn, I was corny as hell, wasn't I? But that's me. That's just we make these jokes here. So yeah, if you're coming to this from Monster Ranch 1, you can import your previous monster, provided you meet the criteria. Oh, we went the wrong way. So let's just get this, the first time visits out of the way, because we are going to be doing a lot of this later on to show strategies on it. So yeah, so freeze, delete, and revive. These only revolve monsters you already have, or yeah. And you need at least 2 monsters to do a combination. The lab is where you're going to be going to in order to create new monsters, like what I just said about the dragon. You need 2 monsters plus a dragon fang. And you can't go back to the ranch until you have a monster. So, I looked up my old vids. We're going to be getting one of our old ones. I think it's actually... Oh, sorry. I think it's actually artist, not the title. Okay, so let me check that again. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Ah, that's why. I wonder why if you press, type it in and press enter, it does that. Oh. That's what it looks like when you successfully recreate one. It will tell you straight up whether or not you can or can't, do anything. With a monster. So it's a pretty balanced monster overall, and it is going to be useful for what we need to do. And also, let's just continue with the meme we were doing before, You can see he's got level 3 stats overall, which make it pretty decent starting out. And once you get certain stats up higher and higher, you'll do more damage even with lower ranked abilities. This is an important screen to know because it tells you how much gold you've earned with a monster, as well as how many times they've been critically injured to the point they need to go to hospital, how many times they've been sick, or how many times they run away. The resistance, I never really understood what that field was for, and I can't remember if it ever happened to me. Now, here are important things. Basically, you're going to keep re-rolling this one. Because you want it to have a certain specific spot. But mainly, you do not want it to dislike battle. You want it in the best nature means the monster will live longer. And it's less likely to resort to bad stuff. And this is also another reason why you want to go to White Hound. Because, 1, you can unlock it from the start. It's a tiger special breed and it doesn't require anything else. 2, it has Roar, which is a very powerful technique. And it's one of the tiger family's strongest techniques. Having that technique early on can straight up one-shot some enemies. Hey. Come on. Oh, wow, they just straight up... Okay, I thought we didn't delete it. Okay, so let's make a save. This is a clear save file. Oh, there we go. We're going to do that again until we can get a White Hound that does not hate battle and preferably hates certain items. We'll see. Wow, interesting. You kept our history from the Let's Play. Huh. Cool. Hopefully this time we won't get hosed. Wow, okay. Yeah, So I think we're going to keep re-rolling off screen until we get one that's ideal. Because you do want to keep doing that until you get a good one. Alright, so we are back, and we got lucky. Our third reroll got us, a white hound that likes battle, but dislikes Cup Jelly. Now, Cup Jelly is okay. So, Cup Jelly is okay for a monster to dislike if they are not a worm. A worm that hates Cup Jelly is not one you want to have, because Cup Jelly is required to evolve a worm into a beakling. So it's okay if the worm hates, anything else, but they cannot hate Cup Jelly. Any other monster, it's okay for them to hate Cup Jelly. And one that likes battle is a very good one, because most likely your first monster is going to be your Workhorse monster. Now let's see. Early on, you're going to want to consider milk or fish. Rarely you can get potato as a good one for a monster, because that's the cheapest and allows you to be more frugal. Now that we're on the farm, time will not pass on the farm until you decide an action for the week. Notice the loyalty. The higher the loyalty, the less likely your monster is going to disobey or resist commands. Think of it exactly, the loyalty points exactly as percentage. Right now, 2% loyalty means that there is a 2% chance that they will, I think Errantries, a 2% chance that they will not resist the order, commands. It's kind of a weird system at times. Now, when there is a specific cheese strategy that you are going to want to consider if you're looking to get some early money on. First off, when the Freshman's Cup comes around, what you want to do is, when we get to Freshman's Cup, I'll show you. It's much easier to show you than it is to actually talk about it. Now you have different training methods you can do. And each one will change a stat around correctly. There are certain monsters that are much more oriented towards, certain stats. Let's see. And it's been a while since I mirrored the strategy, but this, the no rest strategy is one of the most optimal ones, but it's much easier to do it when you already have a good amount of money, or you're doing Suezo cheese in order to rack up money. That being said, this is a clean save, so we'll be, when we get to June and certain high value tournaments, we'll go from there. You are going to want to go to the shop on week 1. You're going to want time early on it's okay, but most of the time you are going to want to time your shopping trips to sales. Going to the shop and using an item does not consume a week. That is something you need to remember. That it does not, consume a week. But however, using an item will make it so you cannot use another item that week. That means you have to be careful. So basically, we want to buy a month's worth of nuts, oil, and leaves right now. And remember, your inventory early on is going to be very limited. And unfortunately, we started off wrong with the month because I forgot you're supposed to give them tablets in the first month. However, it should not matter for that one specific month. And, you know, generally speaking, when you reroll a monster, you want to try to get one that likes tablets because this helps immensely. So, first off, we're going to do... Let's see here. So I'm double checking the strategy. We are doing the no rest strategy, so... Unfortunately, we don't have... So, this strategy works better if you have the Gemini pot around multiple ones, and we don't have those, unfortunately. And we don't have a tablet preference either, so that's a pain in the ass. It's okay, it's okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have to work without it. Most likely on our second monster, we will be able to, you know, work with this a little bit more. So, let's see. There are 3 different ways to go. One is with when you have 2 or 4 Gemini. One is a 1 to 7, and another is 10. Now, this does imply that you have a monster that prefers tablets. So, let's see. It is Nuts Oil for week 1, then a hard drill. You can see his loyalty went up, which is great. Now, the first, you know, the top 6 are light drills. They bring that, bring up the stat lightly and increase your fatigue lightly as well. But, however, they specifically work only on one stat at a time. And each monster is different for which one they prioritize. Now, the heavy drills are the bottom 4. These will increase fatigue by a large amount, but they increase one primary stat a lot, as well as a secondary stat related to it. But they also decrease a stat significantly. And you can see some will excel better at the others. Notice the star. That means there are 3 stars. The first one is the entry one. The second comes up, I think, around 300 in both stats that are increased, and the second comes up at 600. Now, let's see. Now, this is a tiger type, which is kind of an interesting one because basically they can be fairly flexible. However, you should be training the stat that your abilities have. Now, these are normally, these are POW types, and it tells you in the upper right what it is. This is an int type, so since we have Roar, which again, as I told you before, is an extremely powerful ability, especially early on, you're going to be looking at cranking up your intelligence early on. Intelligence dictates how much damage an int type ability does. Skill determines how often it hits. Intelligence is matched against defense, and skill is matched against speed. If you have higher speed than they have skill, then they're going to miss most of the time, and vice versa. And intelligence, if you have more than they have, if you have high intelligence, even if they have high defense, you may still be able to do high damage. Okay. There was a way to quickly pass, I forgot what it was, but there was a way to quickly pass by. So don't worry about the defense on a tiger. Most of the time, tigers are going to have low defense anyway, as they're more about, quick hitting and smacking around with either their intelligence abilities or strong physical abilities. Now that we got that done, we're gonna give him a mint leaf, and then we're gonna have him do a light drill. Now the monster will tell you if they don't like a drill, which can be, you know, a problem sometimes. However, they will also tell you they like a drill. See, he does not like POW right now. You can just not like it, buddy. And alternate nuts, oil, and mint leaves to keep your stress down. This becomes much more effective when you have access to the Gemini pots. Now we do a hard drill again. Early on, it's very likely there's going to be, kind of failing drills. It's okay though. Be even on scolding and praising. Rather, if they fail a drill, be even on it. Scold them one time, don't scold them another, and so on. On praising, when they do well on a drill, always praise them. Oh wow, already gotten a grades. See? Doggo wants the good stuff. Now you can do the HAD strategy, which is also another alternative name for the no rest strategy. Now that we're out, we need to go buy some more. Oh, okay, so actually I was going to wait until June, but that right there is actually a prime one. We can get that now and start working on increasing our stuff. It gives us 2,000 gold as well as a Gemini pot, which is something we actually do need to get. So this is an interesting month because we're going to do partial HAD and then freeze the monster and then go get a Suezo. Now that we're in month 2, we're going to continue on. Nuts oil again. And another hard drill. Whoa! Dude, we're already packing greats? Jeez. Always praise and then even on scolding. This is a hard drill week again. Complain all you want, dog. You're gonna do it. Now we're gonna go back to town. We're gonna get this Suezo cheese. Okay, see, it's gonna do it every time we do it. Wow. Wait. They have Monster Hunter in this? And wait, hold on. In Rise? That's a newer game. And okay. We gotta check these out sometime with our tweet save. I probably should have narrowed this down a bit, huh? You tell them being a little bit impatient. Oh, okay. So, yeah, we unlocked the wrong one. We need to pick a specific one, apparently. Nah, we can just leave that. And I never heard of them changing this or anything, because the Suezo is supposed to be here. Okay, so we gotta force it to be much more, yeah. Alright. Oh! Okay, I think I get it. Look, there's two different ones, so we probably want the original. Koei Tecmo will be the current name, if I remember right. Tecmo is just the original one. It's been that long that I didn't remember that you had to pick a specific one. There it is, Suezo. Now what you want to do is freeze a bunch of these. I would say you have 5 in, 4 in the freezer, and get a 5th one for cheesing. That way you can just pre-pack, get your pre-frozen ones. Anyway, so with that Koei Tecmo one, we actually know monster that gives us access to Henger whenever we unlock that. So we got 3 for now, and that's fine. Let's get a 4th one. Because some of these tournaments only come up once a year, so you don't need to have like a massive freezer full Suezos. Because again, you're only using it to cheese certain tournaments. And the Suezo cheese serves a double use as well. I talked about this pretty sure I talked about this in the original Let's Play. However, let's see, can we... Okay, so the Suezo cheese works 2 ways. One, it allows you a maxed out monster with those stats that will usually survive, on technicality wins. 2, whenever a monster dies, it helps unlock a later monster. 1 is, I think the first one you get is, let's see, I'm trying to remember. I think the first one that you can get is Ghost. And there's also Wracky as well as Mach. I think Mach requires something else entirely, but it's been so long I don't remember. But Wracky requires a dead monster, as does... Yeah, and sometimes they'll just straight up give up, so you don't have to worry. Because you have max hit points, they cannot possibly win except via count out. And since we got that, we now have a Gemini plot that will help our strategy overall. Now, when you do a tournament at the end of the month with Suezo cheese, just you don't get the feed. It's crazy how choked up she is about a monster that lived a week. Yeah, how much does it go cost again? Can we just skip past this? Oh! There we go. And it takes up an entire week. So now we go back to, we do lose a month of feeding, but it's not that big, We lose a month of feeding as well as a drill and all that. Anyway, now we have a Gemini pot, which helps. Actually, I don't remember the effect of it, but it actually is required to do. Yeah, so let me see. Okay, this is how it works. It used to be okay in the original version. It was considered awful, and it was a troll item. Troll against the player. But now it removes 3% of stress at the start of each month. Yeah, that's pretty good. I didn't know that's how it worked, and that makes the Gemini pots really powerful. Anyway, we left off on a Mitten Leaf week. Now let me look at that list again. Since it's a Mitten Leaf week, means it was a light drill. Don't worry if your monster has low gains at the start. Not every monster is a prodigy, so that's okay. Let's see. Looking it over, we can see which ones are considered good. Now, Magic Banana is one you want to consider for another Suezo cheese. That is a strong item, as well as the gold reward. And again, Suezo will help you get those Gemini pots very early on. You need to go buy some more. And since we have a little bit more money, thanks to the Suezo cheese, yeah. Yeah, let's see, that last one was what, Mint Leaf? Yeah, it was a light drill, so. A little bit disruptive, so it's not going to be a precise pad drill, but yeah. This is a third week, though, so. Do we have to enter him right now? And whenever you do a tournament, save. Because you don't want to mess it up. Well, let's go ahead and save now. And if it goes badly, hey. Yeah. Kind of risky to do it early on, but sometimes, you know, if you got lucky, your monster, you know, we do have a very strong ability. B rank abilities this early is kind of strong. Now, the difference between, you know, giving advice means you directly controlling. Saying you don't want to give advice means you're going to let the AI do it. Don't trust the AI. Do not trust the AI. Now, unfortunately, we missed. So you want to hang back constantly. Crap. Oh, no. Trying to, there. Okay, we need to fix this. Okay, I don't remember which one. I'm trying to replicate the PlayStation one. Ah, crap. There we go. Yeah, so that went badly mostly because of the controls messing up on us. I do not remember which one I'm supposed to be using. So unfortunately we got a loss. But we're probably going to reload him because this is more demonstrating the battle and all that. And demonstrating how destructive that ability is early on. Honestly, going by this, yeah. We may be a little bit outmatched because you generally want to have at least 200 in your primary attack, you know, ability. Your primary attack stat as well as the secondary for it. Now he's a fast guy, so we're gonna miss a lot. Yeah, we're just gonna reload. Be a lot less of a hassle. Because you can see why it's a bad idea to try rushing in that early. Because unless you're doing Sueki Suezo cheese, you're not going to win these matches unless you do a lot of reloading and all that. So don't try it. Now, something to note is some monsters have different reactions to the drills. In the sense that some are naturally better towards the others. Remember correctly, tigers actually like the shooting drill. Yeah, not sure we should go get Sueki Suezo for that. We're not starved for gold yet, but nah, we'll pass. It should get him back to even. See? So generally speaking, you want to put nuts oils on the weeks you do heavy drills, mint leaves on the weeks you don't. And it's an easy way to remember it. And notice the loyalty is steadily going up. Oh, we are kind of broke, I just noticed. Whoops. Yeah, you can go into take a Suezo into stuff like that. You know, sell the sculpture for extra money, as well as the disc chips. So what we're gonna do here is, if you have them die on this week, then you should be able to start the next month with And generally speaking, it's probably be about a year before you start really seriously battling. But right now, we're going to be doing, do this so we can keep money going. And he's given up. Good. Easy money. Now we don't have to worry about going broke. Being unable to feed. I can't remember actually seeing a scenario where I don't think you can get a game over from not having money. I'm sure it's possible. I just don't remember ever actually happening. Screw him. Remember, a monster death always takes at least 2 weeks. And unfortunately, you do not get to feed again. So this works best on tournaments that occur in the middle of the month, like Sculpture here. Anyway, we're gonna be back when it's when we reach the first year of the dog's life. All right, so here we are. We're back, and we're looking to do our first tournament. Or at least the first one for this monster. Bye-bye. So basically, if you get one roar off, almost anybody in this range is going to get, insta killed. Except maybe the sleep bomb. That's because he's a Baku type. Bakus don't actually have high hit points. So we have a pretty low skill right now, unfortunately. It's giving us problems. We're missing entirely too many hits. Yeah, like we got absolutely no offense in because of that. Unfortunately, we got KO'd. So you need, really decent, skill at this point. I would say at least 300. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. Sleep Bomb did not get one shot. Now, note Bakus by default are normally pretty slow. There we go. He's down. Hopefully the other guy loses twice. Yeah, we need Hellfall, to lose a couple of times. And then we can just coast out of here. Otherwise, it might be a rematch scenario. Ooh, he needs to lose. Come on, lose Hailfall. Yes, we have a rematch coming. I think it's going to be against Hailfall because his up higher. Yep. It's considered higher up. All right. Now remember what I said before. About stats versus stats. Now he's got good defense, but we just have really low skill for hitting them. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Then again, it's a low accuracy to begin with. There it is. We got it. So now this gives us 2 ranks on our trainer license. And we'll go into more right after we get done here. The most you can get from one tournament is 20. Yeah, we got some free life, power, defense, good. Go ahead and give it. Nope, yeah, it's cheap. So every time you win a new rank up tournament, you get as many ranks as you're equivalent to. So you can always go up to one level above your current rank. So we were E rank, so we were to go to D rank. Now that we're C rank, we can go up to A rank. This is also true of non-ranking tournaments. And the sound just randomly dies. I don't know why. Anyways, here is, like I said, it applies to battles as well. So you can go into B ranks. And I was mistaken. It's actually not 2 ranks above. It's 1 rank above. You get more money, but you also are fighting against people of that rank. So unless your monster's powerful enough, you are going to be in trouble most of the time. Now, C and B rank are the ones you want to be at. Keep a workhorse, monster at, because that's where the big money tournaments are. See, you can sell that, get 3,000, then sell that for about 1,500. You can do this for 5,000. Sell the disc chips for about 500 to 1,500 more, etc. And this is what our first monster is going to be, because you need a good monster outside the Sueki Suezo. The Suezo only lives for a week, and it's good early on because you want to have access to something like a cheaply win one of these tournaments. Let's see, he's got an upcoming tournament, but unfortunately, I don't think his stats are strong enough for reliably doing low B ranks. Let's see, he's got a battle next week. 3,000 gold next week. Oh, that's not enough. And you can compete in lower ranked ones, much lower than your current one, but your fame takes a hit. It's not a big deal because you can easily get it right back up. And there are certain ones that you could definitely consider doing, even if it is lower ranked, just because you're going to have an easier time and you're going to be dealing with big rewards. Let's see, I don't think he's tired, so we can just do that. Yeah, we're fine. Make sure to pop a mint leaf. Continue doing this until, I think like 3 years in is when you stop doing it and just start deciding what you're going to do with the monster. Is it going to be an expedition monster? Or is it going to be a fighting monster? Or you're going to use it to get all the way up to the top with the 4 super tournaments? That's what you got to do. Right now we are in workhorse mode, so we will be back when we have a lot of money and we're ready to start doing our big expeditions. Hello. So here we are. We're still doing our grind session, so to speak. Raising money for our next monster. We've actually come across 2 unlocks in this at this point. One is started in June when you have a C rank or higher monster and a certain amount of fame. You will be approached by an archaeologist, an explorer who wants to take the monster going. I would not suggest doing it with your first monster unless you are specifically training for that, because expeditions take a lot. And when it comes time to do our expedition monster, I will be able to tell you all more about it as well as suggestions. All right, but here we have another unlock now. Since we have a D rank or higher monster, this is actually you actually get it 1001, but we got it in 1002 because that's when we first got a monster above a D rank. You get Pabs will come to the ranch and he'll talk to you about an IMa versus FIMBA meet. FIMBA is the organization that oversaw the monster ranchers in Monster Rancher 1. And the first meet, the qualifier meet is in July, and then the actual meet is in August, a month later. So it's actually very much worth it because if you participate, not only do you get a good chunk of money, as you can see there, with 3,000, you also, for the C rank, you also get unlock 4 monsters that you cannot unlock without participating in the meet. So that's Gali, Henger, Mew, and Worm. Interesting enough, this is actually way less of a hassle to unlock Henger than it is in the first game. Either way, that is, something of note to take. When you get to this point, it's definitely worth it to participate, and you get a bonus if your team wins. So it's maybe worth it to hope your team doesn't suck. Anyway, we'll see you soon when we have the money for our next level up monster. All right, so we are still farming, but here we are. I wanted to show off the first IMa versus FIMBA meet and show how it works. And if you remember, some of these actually are Monster Rancher 1 monsters. They didn't just create new ones entirely. They brought in some of the originals. There are some exceptions, like Boran is a Zoom here, but Dino in the original. Yeah, it's any monster with a Dino in the original got swapped to a Zoom for this game. But some of these are familiar faces that did appear in the original. Now, something important to know is you only need your team to win 3 matches. So as long as you can win your match and 2 others on your team win, then you've got the victory. So it's best is a 3 out of 5. We got the first one, so we only need win one more, assuming we win ours. Now, it's actually kind of RNG where not your opposing trainer is Harley. Harley is the assistant from the original game. Here she is a trainer, which does present an interesting idea here that she is not an assistant anymore, that she's a trainer. But even though year-wise, Monster Rancher 1 and 2 take place at the same time, so yeah, it's kind of weird. So sometimes she'll be your opponent. Sometimes she won't be your opponent. Now, stat-wise, he's pretty weak. This is a C-rank monster. We got ours one-shotted. Now we only need one of the others to win. We got it. 3 out of 5. First try. Wow, so we got 4 out of 5. Cool. You get a bonus 2,000. I think it's actually a bonus of your rank purse. So we got 2,000 because we're rank C. If I remember correctly, it does scale. So if your team wins, you get a huge amount. So it's always worth it to go and do the IMa versus FIMBA meet. And Worm, Henger, Gali, and Mew. So this means we can now unlock them. And you can only unlock, So you can unlock those 4 this way. You also have to have membership upgrades as well as others in order to unlock other monsters. So it's absolutely worth it to do these tournaments. And now you only get the cutscene for the very first one. So in 6 years, sorry, not 6 years, but in 1006 game time, so 4 years, the tournament will be available again. And it's a silent invitation, so you have to be paying attention. And remember, the qualifier is always in July, and the actual match is in August. Alright, so hello, we are back and we're getting ready to start training our next monster. Now, let's see. Okay, there, reset it. Alright, so we're training a Pixie now. This is a Mia, which is a unique Pixie type. And you can see she's got a special outfit, which kind of looks like, well, I would say, you know, Michelle Chang from Tekken, but remember correct? Yeah, these guys didn't do the Tekken. That's a different company. Yeah, they did do Dead or Alive though, and there is a Kasumi in this game. Anyway, Pixie is honestly a very strong, you know, monster if raised right. Gets access to very high damaging ability, assuming you can land it anyway. Not to mention the Ray ability. Now let's take a look at that. Oh, sorry, wrong button. Now the Ray is a sharp tech. I should explain which each tech type is. Sharp techs are ones that have a high crit rate, or have a tendency to do a high crit rate. Not to mention it's got a pretty decent guts cost as well as a hit percentage and a sharpness. Withering is, withering is a technique that focuses more about stripping guts from the enemy monster, rather than, doing damage. You'll notice it has a no force on it, which means it's a non-lethal technique. Now, green techs are ones that are governed by intelligence. The higher your intelligence, the more the damage they do, governed by their force rating. You can see it's a D force, but it has a C sharpness, so most likely it's going to be doing some good chance of critting. And you see this is a basic tech and has force rating of E. Now basic techs are on almost every single one of the monsters of that type. So all the breeds of that monster. So all Pixies should be able to do Pat, with some having extra techs depending on one. And you can see Kick and Pat are both basic techs. Hit percentage is BE, which means it is a very high hitting one. Hit rating A. So, however, Pixies are not known to be powerhouses for power attacks. And Heal Ray is a heavy tech. Heavy techs usually are considered, some of the stronger ones for a monster. And that's where some of the strongest abilities are, depending on the monster. You can see it has a pretty low, hit percentage, as well as decent withering, which means it's strong for stripping guts. But not as strong as, the Kiss, which it has a better range. But it's also got E sharpness. That being said, Pixies, again, are almost always best as int builds. So, crank your intelligence. And apparently she likes this, one. Wow, we're getting grapes already? Seriously? This is literally the first one. I don't remember it happening like that in the Let's Play. So I hate doing this, but doing 2 nutsoles in a row and 2 heavy drills. But we did get her on the 4th week. So what you want to do is actually alternate your heavy drills instead of just spamming one. Instead of 2 meditates, which double cranks your skill. You want to get your defensive stat up as well. So here we're going to be doing speed and alternate between the 2. And you're also getting it cranked up as well. Now for a Pixie, I would honestly just say, shoot, make skill your light drill. Because she will benefit so much from being able to spam her ray. And later, when you decide to go send her on Errantries, you can have her doing, the ones that will get you Giga Ray. Failure is okay. Failure will happen. And make sure to keep stocked up on your stuff as well. You should generally buy a month's worth of supply, 2 months supply at a time. We just used it, right? Okay, good. Anyway, so I wanted to talk. I mentioned before, but one of the things you need to decide on what you're going to do with your monster is what is their big goal. Not every monster needs to be used in order to rank up or to get access to unlocks or whatever. Basically, you need to decide what kind of monster you want to raise, and then decide what you want to do with them. Or you could do it the other way around. Decide what you want to do, and then decide what kind of monster best suits that. So okay. So for example, let's say we want a Workhorse monster. Now we did that with the White Hound, and getting it rank C and using it for battles is a great idea to make it a Workhorse. In this game, you can't just do errands and such for money as well as extra stats. That's something that was true in Monster Rancher 1. Here you need to battle a lot. Now, what our Pixie here is going to be is our big rank up monster. And she's going to take us to S rank. Whether or not she can take us all the way to the S rank stuff, that remains to be seen. But for the most part, she will be our big, rank up monster. It'll allow us to get access to, high paying, tournaments and unlocks that come along the way. You can see, why am I in that menu there? We could go into here, but where our stats are nowhere near decent enough. And the same with her, her loyalty. It's way too low to be reliable right now. So we're going to alternate meditate and speed. Leap. So this method makes sure you get, nice! Triple tap. So anyway, this method would make sure you get your primary damage skills all, both level at the same time, which will be for Pixie int build, it's going to be intelligence and skill. And then you're going to be using speed, leap as your defensive stat, which is going to crank your speed. If you can't get hit, you can't take damage. I know it seems like a corny thing to say, but it's honestly true in this game. You need to have a high defensive stat, either defense or straight up, speed. If you cannot be hit, they will not be able to do anything, and you can outlast them. Every match is 60 seconds in length. And you lose power and defense, but that's okay. Pixies are not physical damage powerhouses, and they should not be getting hit to begin with. They normally have low hit points, so if a Pixie gets caught, they're probably dead. And if it's the players, it's almost literal in their case. Always make sure to check your calendar and see if there's an upcoming battle or something you want to take part in. Oh, missed it. Oh, we scolded her last time. Now, for pixies, you generally want to have best nature or the minimum a good nature, because some of the better techniques are alignment restricted. So, for example, let me see here. Let's pull up. Yeah, let's go to the shop. That way, we can force her to stop moving around. All right, so let's see. Sorry, I had to pull this up. Let's see, technique list. Where is it? I don't know why the sound just randomly dies in this. I don't remember it being a problem before. Okay, so anyway, Pixie's technique list. Alright, so Pixies have a lot of intelligence techniques. And they also have a lot of, they have a very few, they have way more intelligence techniques than they do physical ones. They do have a variety of physical ones, but they're usually crossbreeds. Like, for example, you have to have a Pixie that's a crossbred of a Kato in order to get the Phantom Claw. Only that specific one can acquire it, for example. And another one example of that is the Death Final, which is Pixie and Joker. So stuff like that. That being said, let's take a look here. Now, in some techniques, certain breeds can never actually learn. Like Pixie and Joe can never learn the flame technique, and in a bad Pixie is one that can learn the Giga Flame. This is contrast to all Pixies can learn Ray, and then Mega Ray after using it 50 times, but only good Pixies can learn the Giga Ray, which you learn after 50 uses. Another example of an exclusive technique is Fire Breath, which is only for Pixie Dragon, which is the Dana. Then you got Life Steal, which is a bad technique. You got Refreshment, which is a good technique. You got Lightning, which is comes off the Bolt technique, and you got have a pretty hefty requirements. Then you got Bang, which is a very hard one to get, but it has extreme force. Big Bang has even more force than that. So yeah, alignment actually does matter depending on the monster you want. That's just an example of Pixies. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna continue on with this first month, and we'll see where we're at. Again, I'm just constantly checking battles that way I don't miss one or anything. Did we just use another oil? Yeah, okay. Sometimes I forget, okay? It doesn't hurt to check. Whoa! So this is actually kind of promising that she's already doing very well on this. And it's going to be at least a year, maybe 2 years in-game before we start ranking up with her. Now, generally speaking, Pixies have decent lifespan. Let me see if I can pull up the information about... Yeah, about how long a Mia is expected to last. Let's see here. Okay, I can't tell from this list, but generally speaking, it's probably a 20-week lifespan. I think. I know, yeah, there's multiple ones here that started with, you know, the match the starting stats we had with this. So it's about 6 years before, assuming nothing bad happens like injuries or over fatiguing and all that. But generally speaking, we should start seeing some serious results within 2 years game time at this rate. So anyway, we'll see you within a couple years, so to speak. Alright, hello, we are back with our rank up monster. Okay, sorry, hit the wrong button. You can see she has monstrous intelligence, and her skill and speed are pretty decent. We'll definitely be able to get out of the C rank for sure. Right, into C rank. And we've gotten some quick wins with her while doing training because we were getting low on money at varying points. And one shot. So something that I talked about before, but Pixie techniques do require some chains in some tech chains in general require grinding it out. They're using it a lot. So along the way with those victories, we were hopefully padding the account for ray usage so we could get Mega Ray. Agile thing, isn't she? But not agile enough. So something I discovered while doing the grinding up to be ready to do the Pixie. If you have exactly the same health percentage as your opponent when time runs out, they will go to a count of how many times the technique hit or how many who had more consumption, and it's like I can't remember ever seeing that before. So it's actually pretty cool that they have a way to break a tie. And now we're forcing give up. I think the formula is calculated by stats as well as fame. I've seen some just straight up give up when doing Suezo. So I think it's mostly stats. Now this big guy here is a Baku. Bakus normally have a lot of hit points. As you see here, he's got a lot for a D rank monster. When you get up to the B rank and higher, you're going to see some real monsters. That we can't seem to break. Yeah. He's forcing us to stay at mid, near range. There we go. Yeah, he knows what's up. There we go. And the def status wasted, but speed and skill, yeah, we're making use out of those. Now the next one is in, what was it, January? Nah, it couldn't be. Let's see. Oh, December. Oof. That's the good stuff, isn't it? So keep cranking skill at this point. The main reason why you want to do skills, as I explained before, you need to be able to hit your opponents. And with your rank up monster, you're going to want to alternate. This is something I did not touch on when doing the Workhorse monsters. Honestly, it's something I should have done. It's because you need speed and you need to be able to hit your opponents. So this battery, what we're doing here, is an int monster. So you do, let's get out the screen so it doesn't distract me. There. Alright, so yeah, you do meditate for one heavy drill, and then you do leap for the other. Cranks your speed, cranks your int, and cranks your skill all in 1 month. Okay, yeah, sorry. It was really easy for me to forget when I did that. Oh, and once you reach a certain date, you get access to new items along the way. Kind of forgot to mention that. So we got 6 slots open by 3. You want to keep these in even amounts. Let's see, she's at... Well, her next, heavy drill will take her over there. So we don't need to study it right now. So we're going to go in, before we move on, we're going to talk real quick about training bonuses. Now, this is a Mia, and she has a training bonus to the study drill, which means it's plus 1 point to any result you get. So if you get 5, then you'll get 6 instead. And I'm not quite sure how it's calculated because it always says +1, but I don't know if it's calculating it before or after. I assume it's after. So if it says 5 on the screen, then that means it was actually 4, and then the +1 bonus was added. Now this could be a very useful thing depending on what monster you're raising and what you're raising it for. Like, let's say for example, you're raising an expedition monster, right? And you have one that has a bonus to either POW or life. Both of those are extremely good skills for your expedition. So being able to raise that up as a light drill means you can just keep cranking it while handling your business elsewhere. Now, the Mia I have here has a bonus to, she's got a bonus to study, and she's got a bonus to the pair Errantry. Now, Errantries are something we should talk about too. And the first time you do this, you gotta do this. Oddly enough, they don't have you do the monster name each time. You get a new monster. Now, Errantry always costs 2,000, and you're limited by your trainer rank and monster rank to certain ones. But it will train up 2 stats without penalty. See? And sometimes you can get a wild monster, which can lead to unlocks for new monster classes entirely. And you get a bounty every time you take one down. And you can fight the same one over and over. It's all RNG. So this is Papas, which teaches sharp text, and it increases speed and life. The thick arrow indicates it is a primary stat, or rather, it's the one that's going to be increased the most. Mandy teaches heavy techniques and power and life. Pair is the one that gives her a bonus. When she gets a bonus on, it teaches withering techniques and int and life. Orbital C is a hit techniques and teaches increases skill and life. As you unlock others, you'll get access to ones that do increase defense, and I forget which others. But generally speaking, you need to know what type of tech you're looking for and to send your monster there. Generally speaking, Errantry is only... You should avoid doing Errantry unless you're absolutely sure you're going to get a technique, because it is an incredible amount of fatigue that you cannot treat right away, and you always have to rest your monster after you send one out, unless you have some kind of special setup that where minimizing fatigue from the duty. And you should only send it when there's an active discount going on. Good thing we can't use that. They made me click it anyway. Ooh-wee. That's good stuff, isn't it? So when a monster's clocking +20 in a stat, that is a very good sign. Let's see. Keep increasing the shoot. Your skill needs to keep going up, because you're going to be going against people with triple digits and 300-point defense stats. They need to be able to meet or exceed their stat. Lurok's cup is nearby. But I feel like we have the stats for that. We're gonna have to try to consider that. Did I? Yeah, looks like I did. I'm seriously considering we do need the money. Make sure to save. Because you don't know how it's going to go. Okay, so this is a... I forgot what the actual name is. I think it's Nautiloid. I'm not sure what it was. Oh, Neton. That's what it's, Neton. So Netons tend to be kind of innately tanky. As you can see, he has very high defense. And, you know, Netons are a special on ones you have to unlock to a certain... You have to upgrade your house enough in order to trigger certain events. He is fast looking, isn't he? But not fast enough. So this is a hare. As more importantly, he is a Galio hare, and that means he is incredibly annoying. You can also take a look at your opponent, your info through here. So hares by nature are agile, they usually have high speed and on top of high power. As you can tell, he's got pretty decent power for this point in the game. Or rather, for this rank. He's got decent speed and skill, so he can be pretty reliable to hit against slower opponents. Make sure to stay away, because he will mess you up if you get too close. Oof. Okay, so sometimes they can do that. It's incredibly annoying. Ooh, damn. Okay, so we got very lucky he did not manage to land a stronger hit. Okay, so here we are. This is Robneo. And he is a worm. Worms in general have high hit points, sometimes high defense as well. It really depends on the crossbreed they have, on whether or not they have, you know, are just innately super tanky. See? But yeah, by nature, worms are just high hit points. So, as worms go, this is actually kind of low hit points, like these, not even 400, and there are monsters in C rank that have more than him. At least I'm pretty sure I remember seeing, I think he was in C rank, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's whatever. May actually be in S rank I'm thinking of. Cool. Easy win. And when we get ready to send her out to Errantry, she may actually get the Mega Ray. Mega Ray is honestly actually pretty essential for, you know, climbing, you know, the B rank and higher ladders, because it does so much damage. You need to be able to drop some of these guys quick. Like there are actual serious, hardcore monsters in the B and higher brackets. Okay, so life and skill, good, very good. Both are good. And we're gonna sell the Larox. Let's see. We have 1 mint leaf. Okay. I think we can take. We just smacked around some B ranks. I think we can do that. So always make sure to save. Whoops. And we got a rematch for some the dudes we just met. You can see we, Peroto the Neton, Robneo the Worm, and Liquo the Rabbit. The hare. We hit a little bit hard too. Oof! Unfortunately, that's actually our first loss with this monster. So Rays are pretty, they're low, they're kind of mid-range on power, but they have, you can spam them due to how their recharge, the guts recharge rate works for Mia. Each monster has a different recharge rate, and unfortunately, I cannot tell you what because there's no easy way to tell without looking at game data. We'll have to say, however, a good rule of thumb is the bigger the monster, the slower the rate. So smaller monsters tend to have better recharge rates for guts, while the slower and bigger monsters tend not to. There we go. Jeez. Like, you want to let me get an attack off here? So we let's see. Okay, everybody has lost at least 2 except us. So it's gonna be down to us in the hopper. Aspen is a fairy hopper. That's not not in this ordering. That's the actual breed name, fairy hopper. It's a hopper pixie hybrid. Oof. Back. Oh, come on. So, sometimes they can just lock you up in animation spam like that. It's actually very irritating sometimes. I think it's because of the fast forwards that makes it hard to react. So we can hand Deniton another loss. We can force a tiebreaker. Because everybody has lost a lot so far. There we go. Now we can force a tiebreaker if it comes down to it. Wow. Okay then. And that's 3 losses, so we cannot win this now. So that's why you exit out. So it felt like there was some real weird, things going on there. Like, we have high speed, and some of those guys were just hitting when I feel like they shouldn't have been. So we'll try again. And I noticed back down when we were doing grinding, like golems are naturally low skill, high power, and they were hitting a fast dog with a 20%, like a 33% hit rate non-stop. That was crazy. Anyway, Balloon here is an A. Yep, he's a Baku. High strength, high power. And okay stats in the otherwise. And we got one shot. See, that's what I'm talking about. We have some high speed here, and we're just straight up getting hit when I feel like we shouldn't be getting hit. You notice we're missing a lot of 70% and 80% ones too. Anyway, Goshan is a Tiger Gali crossbreed. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. That's like a 50% chance. And we're getting, taking a lot of hits here that I feel like they should not be getting hit because we have very high speed, especially for this bracket. Something like 500, close to 500, well, around 400 to 500 speed is usually good for, climbing in the B ranks. I'm feeling like something ain't right here. Especially, you notice they force us into kiss range instead of ray range. And that's an irritating problem. We need to hand Duelist a loss. And see, hopefully he'll end up losing to somebody else too. Because right now we need to just do nothing but win in order to stand a chance to get a tiebreaker. So anyway, Duelist is a mono. It looks like he's the Golem hybrid. Now that means he has an incredible amount of defense, which kind of didn't mean much here. But generally, a mono is by default an innately tanky monster, and then you have the Golem, which adds even more natural defense. Get angry all you want, you're still going down, bud. Okay, looks like, yeah, Duelist has 1 loss. Everybody's got 2 losses except, you know, Senjurus and Duelist are the big ones we gotta look at. We can force, you know, Senjurus to take a loss. We'll have to set to hope that Duelist loses. But I don't think he's gonna lose. And we got hosts. See, that's why you gotta be careful around hairs. All they do is hit you once and you're in trouble. And since that's an injury, we go back out. Never let your monster be injured. Always reload. As you can see, we do have the ability to do it. It's just, there's something screwy going on with those hit percentages. And remember, tournaments are every 3 months for the rank ups. See, look at that. That was a 40% win rate. Not win rate, but hit rate. And you mean to tell me he decides, yeah, that yeah, he's gonna hit that? Something is definitely wrong here. I don't remember it just being like this when we did the Let's Play, so. Just as we get out of ray range. There we go. Phew. Honestly, I feel like we should just go back to turning off fast forward for fights, because yeah. Okay, Balloon lost, so we can maybe be able to force a tiebreaker. Keep winning. You know, I complain about the hit percentages, but look at that. We just nailed 250% in a row. Yeesh. Whoops. Wow. Almost a one-shot. I really wish fast forward was a button toggle rather than a menu one, because this is really inconvenient. Okay, so far it is looking like Liquid may be a rematch. Jeez, let me get back. That was way too close. He kept dodging like crazy. See what I mean? There's something definitely not right. Yeah, we're gonna have a rematch scenario at this rate. I'm sure of it. Assuming something screwy doesn't happen here. Two-shotted. Bang bang. Now let's look at the map. Okay, very likely this is going to be a rematch for Lickwell. No rematch. We lost once. Everybody else has lost twice or more. Alright, we are on our way to rank A. All stuff we can actually use. Well, power and defense are useless for pixies. The life, though, ooh, yeah. Yeah, sure, why not? Now that we're rank A, we're going to start seeing a lot more stuff unlocking. And we just skipped to the 4th rank. You can only skip 2 ranks at a time. So the quicker you max out, the better. And as soon as she gets, not she, but as soon as we get access to discount Errantry, then we're going to see if we can get it. Now, when you do Errantry, reset, save for and reset if you do not get a technique. You do not want to waste all your money and monster lifespan on something that does not work out. But considering how many times we've, let's see, we can actually check our win-loss. So 28 wins, 1 loss, 25 KOs. So assuming we used, rate twice every win, we've definitely gotten, the 50 requirement. So in theory, one Errantry should do it. So this is what I was talking about. You'll see a nice little bonus pop up. So I assume this was a 12, then, the Mia bonus kicked in for extra 1. So hence, it shows us a 13 instead of, 12 with a 1 hovering over it. Let's see. Well, I'll be damned. So this is honestly kind of risky. what we're going to do is save. And it's unlikely we are ready to, advance past S grade. And I don't think, we can advance past, A rank right now, because we need more skill, we need more speed. And now we have all locations available, which is basically just Korea. So yeah, you get increased defense, speed, power, intelligence, and skill. And the training, the Errantry master will tell you if there's something you can get there. And he'll tell you if it's a difficult one. There it is. Yeah, so I'm not sure what it means by quite difficult, but probably we don't have the requirements yet. Anyway, we're gonna send it, over to Papas because we want to learn Mega Ray. And this is how you know if you received a new skill or not. Now, life always increases as well as the primary training stat. So if you're having some issues, yeah, you can just send it there for life. Basically, it feels like it feels like doing run as well as dodge each week when you do it like this. That's one way to think of it. Whoa! Yeah, that was just awkward. Why didn't she just fly up? So we're gonna, do that first. Slow it down. Her speed's pretty high, so she should be able to get away from this easy. So, this is how you know whether or not you got a random monster show up, as well as the silhouette gives you a hint. That's what it is. This one I can't tell from it. It looks like a bear, but oh, it's actually a wolf. Okay. So this is actually should be a fairly easy fight, assuming she stays at range and uses Spam's Ray. Now you will not be able to control your monster when a random monster shows up. And notice the time is unlimited, so it is to the death. Someone will fall. Oh, she got Mega Ray! That's how you can tell if what your new technique your monster got is if they actually use it here. So she has Mega Ray, and you notice it did a lot more damage. Okay, let's set that back because this thing's like super slow. It's annoying. Yeah, if you fast forward it, it actually looks like it's in 60 FPS, so yeah. Now you need to rest your monster when she gets when she comes back from Errantry. A good way to do it is to put nuts oil in to help really just hammer in that rest. So every time you come back from Errantry, always rest. And only send it out when you think you might have hit the requirement. So this is a requirement to unlock later on. You need to have an upgrade altar, and you're going to end up getting the ingredients for Ghost, eventually Wracky, and Mock. Okay, we need more stuff. Remember, mint leaf and nuts oil in equal amounts, because you're going to be using 2 each month. See, stats. Yeah. This is actually, yeah. Yeah, it's a heavy drill week. And save before you do any big tournaments. We are A rank, and we need to consider, what we want to do at this point. Because if you look at some of these A rank tournaments, you can compete in them without losing, fame. But fame is so easy to get in this game. It's not, it's not even a matter. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna try and battle to get up to S rank. Notice we have a lot of new icons here. First off, this is Kaplan, a Duckin hybrid, who is actually, you actually see Duckins in C rank, I think. Yeah, okay. The Duckin. Oh, wait, that's actually pure Duckin. Never mind. I got confused. The Duckins are incredibly annoying sometimes. So this is a Arrowhead Henger hybrid. You may have remember seeing him back all the way back down at the start, where we accidentally got him instead of a Suezo. Yeah, so this is where having a much higher speed comes in handy, because yeah, these guys are, and since we got injured, yeah, we are not ready for this, unfortunately. So we'll come back when we have trained up some more and gotten speed and skill in order. But before we do that, though, we're gonna look at we're gonna look at that Pixie skill. So it's a sharp technique. It has a 29 guts cost. It says the force is D, but as we've seen, it actually feels like it does much more. So it's got the same hit percentage as Ray, which is kind of interesting actually. But the sharpness is B, so it has a much higher chance of critting. And once you've used it enough, you can unlock Giga Ray, but only for a good aligned Pixie. So we'll see you when we have trained up some more, and then we're going to try to rank up to S.